to work, and I'ma gauge my progress by the sign of the word. Now I ain't yet a success, but yes, the word that I stress, cause by the time you hear the CD, count the steps.
It's time to put in work. We all got a job to do. I think to myself, what would Pablo do? Yup, that was Fabulous. When Fabulous and Jadakiss came together, made that jam. To tell you the truth, I forgot the name of it, right? But I know that was the first line. That was the first bar that it came out with, right? But check this out. We do all got a job to do, right? So what we determined last week is that we're going to find somebody, right, who's living that life that we want to live, right? Maybe not even living the life we want to live, but they've received the outcome that we want to have, right? So we know that if we want that same kind of outcome, that we're going to have to live that lifestyle, right? All right, cool. Check this out. My name is Pablo Rivera, and this is once again another edition of Make It Happen Mondays. Now, I want to start off by apologizing because I just came off the flu. And you can hear my voice is a little bit jacked up, right? But that ain't stopping me, right? That if I got air in my lungs and I got a voice that's gonna come out of this voice box, I'm gonna try to bless y'all with some things, right? Because I'm telling you, I feel like I'm being told to do this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in my relationship with God and the discussions that we've been having, I feel like He's been telling me to do this more. You see what I'm saying? Because I've been talking with people and they telling me that they feeling it. They like, yo, like this is actually doing something in my life here. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to go back a little bit in time. I think it was about maybe like 8 or 9 months when I did my first real official Watch Me Make It Happen post, right? I started out on Facebook and I just started posting videos and all that. And the reason, the purpose, the intent of me doing all of this right now is literally just to add value. You know what I'm saying? It's about perpetuating positivity. That's what I'm about, is perpetuating positivity. So if there ain't no value in what it is that I'm doing, count on it. I'm hanging it up, right? But I've been doing this for like 9 months right now, and I keep getting that little incremental increases. You see what I'm saying? I get them incremental increases. And yeah, all right, I'm talking about subscriber base and all that, but really, I'm just talking about people reaching out. Like I'm having people reach out who I ain't never had reach out to me for nothing. And they just reaching out like, yo, Pablo, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. It's affecting me, right? Or it's impacting my husband, or it's impacting whoever, right? So, yo, trust, I'm going to keep on going. You see what I'm saying? Because I ain't about it on no subscribership. Look, I got all of these hoodies. I ain't selling out a one because I ain't trying to sell that. I want to perpetuate positivity. You know what I'm saying? Now, we got a bunch of other things that are going on in the back. You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors that nobody can see, right? So I'm going to try to bring those. I will be bringing them forward to you, but you know, I don't want to half step. You see what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that I'm getting my direction correctly, right? I want to make sure that I'm hearing it clearly, you know, so then I can go ahead and when I execute, it's executed the right way. You see what I'm saying? That y'all receive it the way it's supposed to receive, that I can deliver it the way it's supposed to be delivered, and the value is added all over the place. You see what I'm saying? But let's get back down to the business, right? So we already talked about a whole bunch of things, and I'm not going to rehash all of it because I noticed last week I got like almost 10 minutes in and it was just on the rehash, right? So if you need to, go back and listen to what it is that we talked about before, right? But the way where we ended it is that we wanted to find somebody who was reaping the benefits of what it is that they was doing, right? That had a very similar outcome that we desire, right? And then we needed to backwards plan it. And sometimes that gets kind of difficult. So what I said is let's mirror the lifestyle that they mirroring. You see what I'm saying? We want to mirror the lifestyle that they live in so that we can have similar to or equal to outcomes. You see what I'm saying? All right. So now I did the same thing for myself, right? Because, you know, I'll be sitting there talking to my son a lot. And, you know, he's starting to become I call him a junior sneakerhead. You know what I'm saying? He's learning about sneakers and he wants all the new sneakers and all that. And I said, that's no problem. That's no problem. You know what I'm saying? You earn it, I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Your mom and I will hook it up. Right. But you got to earn it. In addition to earning it, I'm saying you have to maintain it. Right. So if he's going to wear his J's, his brand new pair of J's out here, okay. You know what I'm saying? But look. You see it's snowing, right? It's snowing, it's wet, it's muddy, you know what I mean? So the likelihood of them sneakers staying nice and crisp and clean for a long period of time is very little. You see what I'm saying? So what I said is if I'm looking at your sneakers and they getting dusty, dirty, grimy that fast, well, you telling me that you ain't the type of person that's living the type of lifestyle to be a sneakerhead and have some dope looking sneakers all the time. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm asking you, are you the type of person who deserves that outcome that you're trying to mirror the lifestyle of so that you can have that outcome? Yo, you need to think about it. Are you that type of person, right? So when I started looking at myself, I was like, yo, You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a 7-figure person. See, I didn't say 6 figures. I didn't say 6 figures. I said I'm trying to be a 7-figure person, right? So I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago, I went down to Atlanta. One of the first thing they asked was, they was like, well, yo, check this out though. You trying to make 7 figures, but are you a 7-figure person, right? So I just started, I just took that little nugget and I started putting that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'll tell you what, and I'm gonna make this real basic and simple for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that we need these monumental jewels to be dropped on us. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of what it is that we do starts with just when you wake up in the morning. You see what I'm saying? I woke up in the morning, I looked around my room, I was like, yo, why is my room not spotless? You see what I'm saying? So after I looked at my wife and had an argument with her, and I was like, I'm bugging, right? But now, I looked around, I was like, why is it that my room, our room is not spotless? Why is it that I walk into the bathroom and I still got some clothes on the floor that should be in the laundry? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that I walk downstairs and we got a bunch of little fleece blankets. I got kids, right? We got little fleece blankets, but they just all thrown all over the place. I was like, yo, you know what? That's the first thing I need to do. Is I need to get literally the basics down pat, and they need to become my non-negotiables. You see what I'm saying? So that's what began. Is they start talking about when a woman is pregnant, right? Or when they first have the baby. I don't remember exactly when it starts, but I know that very early on they start nesting. You know what I mean? Like they start cleaning up and getting all their things ready and everything, so that the baby got everything it is that they need in their room and all that stuff like that, right? They nesting, And I started thinking, I'm like, yo, you know what? That's what we need to be doing for our goals. You see what I'm saying? Because our goal, that outcome, that goal that we're looking to achieve, so that we can receive that outcome that we're looking for, that's a baby and that's growing, right? Think about it. A baby got to start by being conceived, right? The idea starts in my brain, and that's where the conception begins. You see what I'm saying? And now the manifestation of that dream, the manifestation of what I have conceived in my mind, is what actually needs to happen, right? And it needs to go through a maturity, right? A growing. You see what I'm saying? A metamorphosis, if you will, right? From my mental taking a thought, and then the physical quotes it literal, right? There's a process that goes on, and it might be 9 months. It might be a year. Who knows? I mean, they got animals all around the world, and they got different birthing cycles. You see what I'm saying? For when something is conceived to when it actually comes to life, right? Visible out into the world so that everybody can see it. There's a process. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, that's what we need to do, is we need to start nesting. We need to start getting things ready for when that goal becomes achieved, so that when that outcome becomes actualized, we got it. We got a place for it. You see what I'm saying? Like, check it. If all of a sudden I was to start getting my son all these new pairs of sneakers, and he just got a whole bunch of dusty pairs of sneakers, where are we going to put them? You know what I'm saying? We don't got no place for them. It don't fit. One of these things is not like the other. You see what I'm saying? We can't have all these dusty, broken down sneakers and then all of a sudden bringing these really not, you know what I mean, whatever, the Travis Scotts or whatever, right? We can't do that. It just don't mix. You can't be a dusty sneaker person and a Travis Scott J's person. Which one are you? And listen, whichever one is okay. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I got, now listen, there's a sneaker for each different situation. You know what I'm saying? I got some dusty sneakers that I be wearing when I go mow the lawn. Those are not going to be the sneakers that I wear when I go speak someplace. You see what I'm saying? Right? Time and a place for everything. But when we talking about your desire, right? And you're talking about outcomes that you want to have, you want to be able to have a place for whatever it is, that outcome that you're looking for, right? So I'm sitting here talking about, I'm trying to make 7 figures, right? Well, listen, 7-figure people don't be investing in depreciating things. You see what I'm saying? They invest in appreciating things. You see what I'm saying? So that means that you need to be able to keep what it is that you got good, right? Artwork. You think they just taking that artwork and throwing it in the basement and letting it get all dusty and dirty and everything like that? Because then they're going to have to take it back from what it has fallen to. You see what I'm saying? So they got, you can have the Mona Lisa. If the Mona Lisa's in your basement, the paint is going to start to downgrade. You're going to start getting chips on whatever frame that it's on. The canvas is going to start getting brittle. It might not even, moths might get in it and start eating away and all that stuff like that, right? You got to make a place for what it is, the outcome that you want to receive is, right? So listen, I ain't going to be sitting here giving you a whole bunch of things today, okay? This ain't what it's about, right? Because what it is we need to realign ourselves. Now, I know I sat there and I told you last week, did you find somebody that you can mirror or model? Because if you didn't, that's where we need to go to, right? But check it out. Let's say you on some old new stuff that maybe you can't even find somebody who is doing or has received the lifestyle or the outcome it is that you're looking for. Maybe you didn't see somebody. Well, start to make somebody up. Backwards plan it, right? Somebody told me, excuse me, I heard somebody say that their hero is themselves 10 years from now, right? And the thing is next year, it's that same dude, but 10 years from now. And the next year, it's that same dude, but 10 years from now. So they are their own hero, but 10 years from now. Why? Because they already know the trajectory that they on. They already know the outcome that they want, and they understand the lifestyle that they need to live to get there. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm talking about. If you ain't got a hero, if you ain't got somebody to look up to, if you don't know somebody who living that life, who got the outcome for the outcome that you're looking for, right? Then create them in your mind. Listen, Albert Einstein said that the imagination is greater than any amount of intelligence because it's a preview of what's to come. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's sitting there saying, oh, you the little kid just imagines. All they do, that's all they do. Listen, I wish all of us had a little bit of a little kid inside, right? Inside of our brain, inside of our mentality. And the reason why is because, listen, once that prefrontal cortex start to get developed and you start to lose your ability to imagine at the rate or at the level that you used to be able to imagine as a child, you start to limit your reality because all you start living is inside of these boxes. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, this is that, and this is that, and this is this. Nah, open it up, unshackle your brain. I want you to be able to dip back into that imagination and imagine the you who you are if you was to keep on doing whatever the nothing is that you're doing right now, or whatever the half stepping that you're doing right now, or whatever I'm going to do it today because I'm feeling good right now. If you stay living on that lifestyle, what's the outcome? Who is that person you're going to be in 10 years from now? Because I tell you what, if I was living that lifestyle, I ain't going to like that dude. I ain't going to like, if I didn't start, think about it. If I didn't start cleaning my room the other day, the way I'm cleaning my room now, I don't like the dude I'm going to be in 10 years. If I ain't organizing my stuff the way I'm supposed to organize my stuff, I don't like the dude I'm going to be in 10 years from now. So forget about the outcome that I'm looking for. I'm saying the outcome that I got coming, I don't like. Do you like the outcome that you got coming? Because if you're doing these things, you already know the outcome that you got. If you're doing the same thing you was doing for the last 10 years, I'm telling you right now, the outcome that you're going to have 10 years from now is the outcome that you got right now. And there's a reason why you're watching these videos is because you don't necessarily want that outcome, right? So let's start changing it right now. Let's start using our imagination. And who is it who we want to be in 10 years? Imagine who Pablo Rivera is in 10 years, right? That's what I'm doing. You insert your name. Who is it that Joey is going to be in 10 years? Who is it that Marisol is going to be in 10? Who is it that Kara's going to be in 10? Who is it who are you going to be in 10 years, right? You see what I'm saying? Who are you going to be in 10 years if you keep doing what it is that you're doing? And who is it who you're going to be in 10 years if you switch it up? Use your imagination. Imagine who it is that you can be in 10 years. Now, backwards plan that, right? Or backwards imagine that. Are you cleaning your room in the morning? You know, there's some psychological things that happen when you wake up first thing in the morning and your room is organized already. I'm telling you, it's an upliftment. It's a positive feeling. You perpetuating positivity. That's what I'm talking about. Creating the environment that allows you to feel comfortable to be doing the right things. I'm telling you, that's what it is. And that's all I'm at right now, okay? So listen, in case you missed it, all it is I want you to use your imagination. Imagine who it is who you want to be in those 10 years. And then backwards imagine it and think to yourself, are you doing the type of things that needs to be done in order to become that person who you want to be in 10 years? Because if you're not, now we already know where we got to be at, right? Listen, we haven't even, all we doing is we building the foundation in here and in here. Some of y'all sitting here going, yo, I had the resolution to lose weight and you ain't never told me once to cut a calorie. You ain't tell me once to increase a footstep. You ain't tell me once to get into the gym. You ain't tell me once. You're right, because I don't know what your goals are. And to tell you the truth, I don't care what your goals are. I care that you care. And then from there, what we building is the mindset and the heart to be the type of person to, I don't care what your goal is, because sometimes we actually all the time we got multiple goals. You see what I'm saying? Right now is my health and fitness. I also have dreams and desires for my daughter. I have dreams and desires for my daughters, for my son, even for my wife, for my parents. I got dreams and desires. You see what I'm saying? Some of it is just within my circle of concern, but it's not within my circle of influence. So I don't necessarily focus on those things. I focus on that little crest in the middle, right? Of what it is that's in my circle of concern and what it is that's in my circle of influence. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and bother you no more today, okay? This Make It Happen Monday is sweet, simple, and to the point, all right? You need to imagine who it is who you want to be. Backwards imagine it, right? So that you can become who it is, who you're supposed to be, all right? You have it inside of you, and I believe in you. You need to start, again, talk positive things, that positive incantation, right? We are great. We are amazing. We deserve this. This is where we belong. When things are difficult, this too shall pass. I am not the first and I am not the last, right? These things work. It's all about the mindset, right? And we building little by little and incrementally by incrementally, we're going to sit there and we're going to reach our goals. Listen, that was it. My name is Pablo Rivera. And until next time, watch me make it happen.
And the execution, you notice, ain't no time to think about it, only time to react. Your intuition under pressure, weigh you down on your back. I scribble thoughts in my palm, I sing your